Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Starting today in Madison County, multiple fire agencies in the area were back on the scene in Big Hill in Madison County for a second structure fire at 10971 Battlefield Memorial Highway. Firefighters battled a barn fire last night at the same address, and today the house on the same property was ablaze. Madison County Emergency Management also responded for a reported diesel fuel leak. Madison County Fire Rescue, Red Lick Volunteer Fire Department, Berea Fire and Rescue, and Bluegrass Army Depot Fire Rescue all were on the scene this afternoon. Firefighters were also busy today in Berea at the site of Brilliant Auto Sales when unofficial reports say a truck fire in the garage spread to the structure around 2 today. Berea Fire and police and other units reported to extinguish the fire. Well, as if eastern Kentucky flood victims didn't have enough to deal with already, the threat of extreme heat now looms over those who remain without power. Over the next couple of days, current weather forecasts are predicting a possible heat index of 100 degrees in certain Kentucky regions. The state is doing what they can to help those at the mercy of the summer heat. And with more information on this, WBON TV's Gage Hill files the report.
The strain brought on by the eastern Kentucky floods is now being amplified as temperatures are rising to a dangerous level for those without power. Though current weather forecasts are only predicting isolated threats of rain over the coming days, extreme heat is introducing a new source of worry for eastern Kentuckians without power. In an effort to combat this rising problem, 8 cooling centers have been opened throughout the flood-impacted areas today. These stations are opening in preparation for the 100-degree Fahrenheit heat index expected in certain locations.
Don't be too proud to go to one of these places. It's going to be really hot and really dangerous. So if you've got a family member, maybe that's older or maybe that has some conditions, you want to make sure that you get them to a place where they're going to be cool enough, especially over those 2 days.
These cooling stations are located at the following sites: the Breathitt County Public Library, the Floyd County Community Center, the City of Paintsville Recreation Center, the Knott County Sportsplex, Letcher County Central High School, Perry County Community Center, Valley Elementary School in Pike County, and the Wolfe County Senior Center. In addition to these cooling stations, 11 emergency shelters are still offering accommodations to those who have lost their homes due to the flood. The full list of locations can be found on the Flood Resources page of the Kentucky government website. For WBON TV Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage, for that report. Well, more help is now available for those affected by the devastating floods in eastern Kentucky. Starting today, FEMA has mobile units set up in 5 counties to help assist residents. Mobile units are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Locations are as follows: Breathitt County at 421 Jet Drive, that's in Jackson; Clay County at the Clay County Community Center in Manchester; in Knott County at the Knott County Sportsplex, that's at 450 Kenny Champion Loop, that's in LaVergne, Kentucky; Letcher County at the Letcher County Recreation Center, that's at 1505 Jenkins Road in Whitesburg; and Perry County at the Hazard Community and Technical College, 1 Community College Drive in Hazard. Well, though people have suffered greatly as a result of the tragic flooding, another group is also struggling amid the devastation: animals. According to the Kentucky Humane Society, they recently took in over 100 different animals this past weekend from the flood-affected areas. The Kentucky River Regional Animal Shelter moved 24 dogs and 30 cats to KHS shelters, whereas Floyd County Animal Shelters moved 13 dogs and 36 cats to make room for the local animals who have either been injured or have become lost because of the severe weather. All the transferred animals are in the process of being medically assessed and will remain at KHS until they are ready for adoption or fostering. KHS uses its pet retreat as an emergency staging center for animals coming from large-scale rescues. The Humane Society expects more homeless animals from eastern Kentucky who will need shelter and care to arrive in Louisville in the aftermath of the flooding, increasing the strain on their local shelters, and officials say has already at capacity. KHS is asking the public's help in easing the strain on the KHS and Louisville Metro animal shelters by adopting or fostering. Well, we now have more information on that $1 million Mega Millions ticket that was sold in Richmond this week. An Estill County woman has claimed the $1 million prize from Friday's Mega Millions drawing. According to Kentucky Lottery officials, the winner of the ticket has opted to remain anonymous, so the press release did not include a name. The winning ticket, though, was purchased from Q Zone 3, and that's off Lexington Road right here in Richmond. Apollo Pizza held their 9th annual Hops and Vines Festival this past Saturday. Proceeds from the festival benefited the Humane Society here in Richmond. The annual gathering showcases local craft beers, musical arts, wines, and food vendors in a family-friendly environment. The festivities were held at the Apollo's downtown location on South 2nd Street. Featured breweries include Country Boy Brewing, Dreaming Creek Brewery, the Mirror Twin Brewery, among others. Richmond's own Swirl and Twirl soft serve food truck joined the ranks as vendors for the first time. The First Sales Brewing Company made their first appearance this year, as was delighted many festival goers. Family-friendly activities were sprinkled throughout the festivity. The Humane Society had a meet and greet with adoptable puppies, other fun games including Giant Connect 4, miniature volleyball, and one-on-one basketball contest. Families and friends found relief from the heat under the shade of the tents and cabanas while being entertained by local music. Berea Mountains Bike Park is a success so far, according to a recent survey, but city officials say plans are in the works to add to the city's outdoor attractions, including more mountain bike trails and kayaking. During a recent meeting of the Berea City Council, Dr. Louisa Summers and her students assisting presented data projecting that the Berea Mountain Bike Park attracts approximately 4,000 visitors each year. Summers, a professor of health and human performance at Berea College and the chair of the Berea Trail Town Committee, stated that the bike park is definitely contributing to economic development. 67% of survey participants said they planned on to eat at Berea restaurants when they were finished with their bike at the park, and average income of park users was $75,000 annually or higher. I was really pleased with this, Summers said. The city, meanwhile, is exploring additional strategies for enticing tourists to stay longer for other activities and events like local music, concerts, and other attractions like the Pinnacles. The first step of the plan is to set the second phase of the mountain bike trails. The second will be to find a way to expand kayaking opportunities on Silver Creek. You can read more on this story up right now at WBONTV.com. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got a fair update coming up and more crime and more news coming up right after this.
Locally family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is a full-service construction company offering full-service home maintenance. Bluegrass Restoration specializes in wind, fire, and water damage and mold remediation. With 24/7 emergency services, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction is here to serve you during any emergency. All their services are performed in-house with no subcontractors. No job is too big or small for Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. Give them a call at 859-353-1133.
Fayette County Corrections is seeking employees who want to work now, and they are ready and willing to help you get started today.
When you first come here, you'll be with me for 5 weeks, and we will teach you the book work, which consists of PowerPoints, some physical activity.
Working at the Fayette Corrections facility is a job you can be proud of.
When I leave at home, I would tell my kids that, hey, I'm going to work to keep the bad guys in so you all be safe on the outside.
Apply today at lexingtonky.gov/correctionsjobs.
You may think the only way to pay for a nursing home is to spend down your life savings or sell your home. Elder Law Lexington can protect your home and life savings through a comprehensive plan so you can qualify for Medicaid. When there's a plan in place, you can rest assured knowing your estate is handled and your family is covered. Give them a call at 888-4-ELDER-LAW or go to elderlawlexington.com. Their Berea office is now open for your convenience.
Here at Madison HVAC, it is our job to keep you comfortable. We make projects pain-free for homeowners by providing solutions that fix the problem. With upfront pricing and multiple financing plans, no matter what shape your credit is in, there is always a budget-friendly option. Don't forget, we offer free quotes and second opinions. Give Madison HVAC a call at 859-625-1471, and remember, we fix that too.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON and Channel 9. A very warm day out there, and it looks like we've got more warm days in store. We've got meteorologist Susie Martin. She's in the Weather Center. She's going to tell us what to expect.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn, from the Madison HVAC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Susie Martin. We've got some evening rumbles a possibility, but for tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, and then turning the dial up on our temperatures. We'll be talking about that, and then turning unsettled as well as we look at the second half of the week, especially into our Friday, as chances for rain and thunderstorms will be on the rise. Now, tonight's storms are looking to be very sporadic in nature, very spotty, otherwise clearing out from 11 o'clock onward, as you can see, as fairly quiet conditions unfold during the overnight hours. I'm not too concerned with severe weather threats. The western part of the Commonwealth, areas like Paducah and Evansville, Indiana, maybe an isolated severe event, but for us here in the greater Richmond area, just some generalized storms, so that's the good news. In terms of precipitation tomorrow, though, not a whole lot going on as a ridge of high pressure dominates, and this is what's going to result in sunshine, but also an increase in our temperatures, as that's really bringing in a lot of heat to the central part of the country, and some of that will be feeding into our region here. We start out with sunshine, building into the 90s by the afternoon time frame, and lots of sunshine throughout the course of the day. So fair weather throughout, high temperatures up to 90 degrees in Nicholasville. We've got Frenchburg at 90, Irvin up to 91 degrees. Feeling the heat, that's for sure. In terms of our dew point, well, we're sitting in the 70s, the mid 70s, so that's pretty sticky. That's now moving into the uncomfortable range on our dew point meter. That's the humidity factor, and the stickiness is going to contribute to those higher heat indices. Our heat index values will be peaking at around 101 here in Richmond, 101 in Stanton, and even up to 102 for the Danville area. Here's our extended forecast. The heat does break, but this again opens the door to showers and thunderstorms, and in particular Friday we'll have to monitor the rain and thunder threat, but ongoing chances into the weekend. We'll keep you updated. Back to you, Gwendolyn.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com, courtesy of Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. Well, you've probably heard of target shooting, but you might not think of doing it while riding a horse at fast speeds. The Kentucky chapter of the U.S. Mounted Shooters took to the Madison County Fairgrounds over the weekend, and WBON TV correspondent Bess Wallingford spoke to some of the riders who had their sights set on entertaining the crowd.
The Wild West has come to the Madison County Fair. I'm Bess Wallingford. WBON TV, Channel 9 News. Hold your horses, folks. We're going to see some fast riding and some fancy shooting.
Certainly one of the most exciting events at the fair is the horse-mounted shooting. The contestant rides his horse in a pattern and has to shoot and hit the targets. And all of this is done very fast. We caught up with some of the members of the Outlaw Mounted Shooters Club to learn a little bit more.
We started this association about 4 years ago, and we have since grown to be the largest mounted shooting association in the world.
And yes, those guns are real.
We do fire 45 caliber single action revolvers. That is required. You can have a shorter barrel or a longer barrel, or you can have bird's head grips or the standard grips. I tend to like the bird's head grips, have smaller hands as a woman. But they do have to be single action revolvers, meaning you do have to pull the hammer back every time you want to shoot. So hammer, click, hammer, click. Our ammo is 45 caliber blanks that are packed with compressed black powder. So what pops the balloon is fire, basically, that ignites when the bullet is hit. Range is about 15 to 20 feet, sometimes 30 feet.
If this looks like something you are interested in doing, they suggest you look them up on Facebook, the Outlaw Mounted Shooters page. They say you don't have to have any experience shooting or even have a horse.
And anybody can do the sport. 6 years ago I started in the sport, had never touched a gun or loped on a horse. And I worked my way, and I was helped by so many people supportive. Somebody took their hat off and said, that'll do. Put me on a horse, handed me a gun, and said, go on and try it. And 6 years later, here I am, hooked to doing it every single weekend.
If you miss this night of fair shooting, check the fair program for more mounted shooting, American quarter horse shows, and the Gaited and Walking Horse Fun Show. At the fairgrounds, for WBON TV Channel 9 News, I'm Bess Wallingford.
Thanks, Bess. That was definitely some fancy shooting there. You can tune back in tomorrow live at 5 for new news on the 2022 Madison County Fair. And it is Tuesday again, which means it's time again for Tasty Tuesdays. If you're looking for something to get into tonight, Tasty's Tuesdays is happening at the Irvin McDowell Park. Live music from 6 to 8 by the Gardeners. We have the Catfish Bucket, the Chuck Wagon, the Fluffy Bellies Barbecue, Cotton and Cone, Dreaming Creek, Comite El Guito, and Chenault Vineyards will be there to supply all that good food from those food trucks. Again, that's tonight from 6 to 8 for the music and 5 to 8 if you're just looking to get something to eat. And with that, we're going to take another quick break, but don't go anywhere. We've got Dawson rolling with sports after this.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your hosts Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins as they break down, recap, and preview sports news in our area. Each Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
Get ready for one of the biggest events of the year. Huckleberry Promotions presents the first ever Bourbon Jam Outdoor Music Festival in Richmond at the Richmond Mall Outdoor Venue on Saturday, August 13th. Gates open at 10 a.m. First show kicks off at noon. Support local musicians, local businesses, and honor those first responders who protect the community. Come out and enjoy 10 hours of live entertainment, a car and motorcycle show, cornhole tournament, kids events, food trucks, local vendors, and Kentucky's finest breweries and distilleries. The Bourbon Jam Music Festival brought to you in part by Jim Beam and 100.7 The Coyote.
WBON TV9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's new and first TV channel, available on Channel 9.1 over the air, Spectrum Channel 712, and on Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Crystal Broadband. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. The Madison Central girls golf team hosted their annual golf tournament today at Gibson Bay. While shooting their highest score of the year of .315, the team was still able to bring home the victory, holding off Lexington Catholic, who finished third and second place Marshall County. Michael Watkins spoke to Coach Orr after the tournament and got her thoughts on how the team played, and the story is posted on WBON TV Facebook page. With more from the sports world, here's Dawson Ruhl.
The local area coverage teams in Madison County have had players making noise lately. From high school to EKU, the list goes on and on. Last night on the WBON TV Jack Burford Sports Show, Michael Watkins and myself had a packed show with tons of guests. From interviewing top girls basketball players from the Richmond Heat AAU team to Madison Central's volleyball team and appearances from EKU strength coach and a Little League coach, we got lots of good information. Here's what some of those guests had to say from each segment.
We're family first, you know. All our kids are honor students. Our parents are great parents. It's just, and be honest, you know, I was looking at last weekend as where we going this week and realize it's over. It's kind of, you know, like, wow.
Yeah.
So hit the reset button.
My team this year has got, like, we've got good cliques, we've got good groups to go out there and really show that maybe Southern can get a third.
We're learning, like, we're looking up to them to help us. And I think now that we're in that position, we have to make sure that we do stay disciplined and we do watch what we're doing and we do watch what we're saying and how we're acting and performing, because they're looking at that.
Yeah.
The pride of just being able to say, these boys are from Richmond.
Yeah.
We didn't go out and recruit.
The Richmond Heat girls team had just become the national champions of a Platinum Division in an Orlando, Florida tournament. And the Richmond Little League team is preparing to head to a tournament which, if they win, could catapult them to a championship level team. The crazy thing is that these teams are young and have players that will all be back for years to come. On the EKU side of sports, we were joined by Billy Brown on the last segment on the show to talk EKU football strength, conditioning, and weightlifting. With the season closely approaching, Brown was adamant about how great everything has been at EKU this year and how his players were pushing their teammates to become great.
Starting to become this player-led team, which is what we've always been working towards. Yeah. So guys sit there and call each other out, or if they see someone that's not pushing themselves to their limits, they're finally able to grab them and say, you hang with me, you lift at my rack, you do what I do. Okay. So it's beautiful to be able to see this kind of thing come full circle now.
The EKU men's basketball team also won their first game yesterday afternoon in the Bahamas by a score of 136 to 105 over the Cairo Contractors. Some of these stats by the Colonels were crazy. They had 23 steals, forced 38 total turnovers, and hit a total of 19 three-pointers. After the game, A.W. Hamilton talked about his team's amazing performance in Game 1 of 2.
Really proud of our guys. This was a great team win. It's a great first game for us. You know, if you look at us, we forced 38 turnovers. We come up with 25 steals. On the defensive end, we were very disruptive. You know, we got up 40 and we got a little sloppy on the defensive end. Offensively, really proud of the group. We have 27 offensive rebounds to go with 26 assists. So, you know, a lot of positive things. Really proud of our group. You know, we got a young group of guards that you know, had great moments today. But this was a great first game. We're really excited about the game on Wednesday. Go Big E.
Today, the Madison Central girls golf team hosted the MCHS Invitational at Gibson Bay Golf Course, and the tournament's actually still going on. 16 teams are competing in the tournament this year, and among them are both Madison Central teams, Madison Southern, and Model, and teams like Pulaski County, GRC, Henry Clay, and Lexington Catholic. Along with hosting the tournament, the girls golf team is also accepting donations for flood relief for the victims in eastern Kentucky. Once the tournament is over, we'll have the complete final results posted on WBONTV.com. There was also some offer and commitment news recently. Jaden West, the star wide receiver from Madison Central, officially received an offer from EKU, which was his first D1 offer for football this morning. And down at Madison Southern, Reese Estep, a rising senior for the Lady Eagles, received an offer from the Campbellsville University Tigers a few days ago. The senior is looking to have a big last year with their Eagles and win a third straight district championship. The area sports teams at all levels, from Little League to University, have had nothing but good news lately. Hopefully this keeps up, as we love to put the spotlight on athletes in this area. For WBON TV Sports, I'm Dawson Rule.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports report. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with more news right after this message.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. Moving over to Estill County, the Estill County Sheriff Chris Flynn said that he responded to a parking lot of a local grocery spot just off Richmond Road in Irvin on Friday afternoon in response to a drug purchase being made there. Sheriff Flynn sent his K-9 unit out to conduct a sniff around the vehicle, which was reported to police. The K-9 had a response which indicated drugs were in the vehicle. 174 grams of crystal substance was found, which was believed to be methamphetamine. A small bag of suspected fentanyl and Xanax bars were also found. 49-year-old Royce Richardson and 42-year-old LaDonna Riddle were arrested on drug trafficking charges and were lodged in the Three Forks Detention Center in Lee County. And with that, we are done with another Live at 5. Thanks so much for joining us today. We love having you here every day. We'll be right back tomorrow. More sports, more news, more weather right here on Live at 5. See you tomorrow.